In America, there are a number of ways that people characterize themselves politically. Typically, they identify with a political party, although, as we'll see when we talk more about parties, this has become less likely over time. And although there's a lot of overlap between political party and political ideology, there's not 100% correspondence between the two. But there is 100% overlap between my fist and this eagle's beak! Politics. So now I should probably say what I mean by political ideology. Basically, I'm talking about whether you identify as liberal or conservative, or libertarian, or socialist, or anarchist, or nihilist, or Craigist, people who just love me. I'm one of those. You're probably familiar with the idea that liberals are on the left and conservatives are on the right, and this can be a helpful shorthand, but what political views do these terms represent? Let's go to the clone zone. What, the clone zone? It's right here now? I'll leave then. This way? I'll go this way. Taking a cue from anti-federalists, American conservatives believe that a large government poses a threat to individual liberty, and we prefer our national government to be as small as possible. We have this in common with libertarians. There are some basic functions like national defense that government can best take care of, but especially since the New Deal, our federal government has taken on too much. What government we need is best handled by states and localities. For the most part, American conservatives believe in the free market and that it will provide the greatest economic opportunity and benefit to the greatest number of people. American conservatives usually support a strong defense. This is one place where we generally don't think spending should be cut. Most other programs, the things that fall under discretionary spending, can and should be left up to the private sector, and this will allow the government to reduce its spending. Lower spending, in turn, will mean lower taxes. Delicious lower taxes. This means that we don't like flag burning, and we favor prayer in schools because these reflect traditional religious and patriotic values, just like the eagle. I love the eagle. You're my friend. There's one value that American conservatives privilege above others, it's liberty. America is a country of freedom, and in most cases, government is more of a threat to liberty than a protector of it. And I'm out. Not bad, conservative clone, but bad. Here's why. Sometimes liberals in the U.S. are called New Deal liberals, because the policies that we support grew out of the New Deal, and lately a number of us are trying to rebrand ourselves as progressives, although this is a little tricky given that historically progressives and liberals aren't the same thing. In general, American liberals believe that government can help solve problems, and a bigger government, like a glorious, soaring eagle, can solve bigger problems and more of them. We support government intervention in the economy, both in the form of regulations and higher taxes, especially when that intervention benefits historically marginalized groups like minorities, women, and the poor. We like to see the government step in on behalf of consumers and to protect the environment, because in general, we don't trust that the free market will be fair to everyone. We know that protection of the environment, aiding the poor, and expanding civil liberties all cost money, so we usually favor a progressive tax system with higher taxes on the wealthy and corporations. Although not all American liberals are anti-business, as a rule, we don't have a lot of faith that big businesses have the average American's best interest at heart, and so we prefer to see them regulated. Although we still see national defense as important, most American liberals feel that the country spends more than enough on the military, and that the defense budget should be cut, leaving more money for necessary social programs. In the debate over guns or butter, we like butter, although we're also fine with the government telling us not to eat so much of it. If conservatives value liberty, we liberals cherish equality as our primary political virtue, and we see government as a necessary agent in promoting equality. We're equals, meaning that eagle. Thanks, clones. So, for the most part, this is what most American liberals and conservatives believe, and these are the basic foundations upon which they build their political opinion.